you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. You were watching the screens here?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, what you're watching?
I don't really. I mean, I'm guessing obviously it's a commentary on meat consumption and veganism and on the other side.
It's actually how all animal products are produced for us to consume.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you come around this side, because we're looking at a sign at the moment, but over here, for example, we're showing pig or pork production. So this is sausages, bacon, pepperoni, everything, ham, everything that comes from a pig. And this footage is obtained from all over the world.
Okay.
All over the world. It's not one farm, it's not one country, it's standard industry practice.
I see.
Yeah. Have you seen things like this before?
I have.
You have, yeah.
And so what's the hope here in having this specific demonstration here and now?
Yeah. So we're having it here because there are a lot of people walking by, of course.
It. I didn't know there was more significant meaning.
No, just that it's a good location. But what we're trying to show people is the truth, as the sign said.
Yeah.
Because the industry doesn't really show us this, do they?
No.
Yeah. Do you know why they don't show us this?
Well, it's probably not good for business.
Exactly. So we're trying to show people the truth about what they're paying for.
Okay.
And we ask people the question, does it make you feel hungry?
Well, no, I would say it doesn't. Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah,
for sure.
And so when you look at these images, do you think that this is food or do you think that this is violence?
Well, I think it's both, actually.
Okay, so you still see it as food?
Sure. I mean, it doesn't look appetizing in this moment,
right.
But eventually it becomes food for people down the line.
Once we clean it all up and chop the individual all up. And
we never see the process.
That's right, we don't.
That's it.
So once we see the process, does it change how you feel about who you're eating?
Well, because I've seen things like this before, this doesn't change my opinion one way or the other because I've seen things like this before.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so what justifies us doing this to animals, do you think?
I don't know. It's a good question, isn't it?
Isn't it? Because we participate in it all the time without thinking or asking ourselves, how do I justify this?
I know. It's an interesting moral question because is this any worse than in the past when we would kill animals? Is killing animals moral at all, I guess would be the question.
Do you have an answer for that?
I don't. I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you and tell you I do eat meat, but I don't feel great about it.
So that's interesting. If we don't feel great about it, does that tell us that it's wrong? Why do we not feel great about it if it's the right thing to do? I
think, and I'm not going to win a moral argument with you on this, and I know that you have the moral high ground here. But what I would say
you said it, not me.
No, I will cede that to you. But what I would say is I think there's an innate, not necessarily need, but I think that it's an innate craving maybe, or a want for humans to do that. It's something that we've done throughout time, and I think that we are bred to eat meat. If you come from a family like my family, comes from a long generation of like butchers and not butchers, people who farm and people who had dairies and stuff like that. So I mean, if you grow up in a family like that, you don't know any different.
Absolutely.
And that's a part of your life, and it's been that way for so many generations. So I think,
and it's hard to break that, isn't it?
Yeah. Most people, I think, are just hardwired to crave it and to want it and to feel like that's a part of our daily life.
I agree with you 100% because nobody here, part of this group, was born not eating animals.
No, I don't.
Every single one of us.
I don't know anybody who is. My brother is a vegetarian.
Okay.
He's not full vegan, but he's vegetarian. And he only became so when he was about 35.
Right.
Yeah, and I have a cousin who's the same. She became vegetarian in her 20s. I don't know anybody who's in the family.
So everybody, unfortunately, is raised the same way, to eat meat, dairy, and eggs. We are told that it's normal, that it's natural, and that it's necessary.
Exactly.
Right? And when we're babies, if we were given a chicken and an apple, which do you think we would bite into?
I actually honestly don't know.
Well, we're not going to bite into the chicken. We're going to love that chicken. And there's videos.
You're talking about a live chicken?
A live chicken.
No, we're not biting a live chicken.
Exactly, right? We're going to go, oh, that's a nice shiny apple. That tastes good. It's sweet. I'm going to bite into that. I'm going to hug this chicken. So we're taught to eat animals.
I would agree with that.
Right?
That's fair.
And so because it's a taught behavior, then we can also unlearn something. We can change that habit, right?
Sure.
So therefore it comes down to, it's not innate, but it's actually something that it's taught to us, it's indoctrinated.
Right.
Therefore, we can change that. Right?
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. So we go back to the same question of if we don't need to do it, it's not a survival situation.
No.
Right? And we can change the habit. why are we not changing the habit?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know that everybody wants to. I think there are
So it
people
comes
who
down
are-
to a want, a personal choice perhaps?
For some people.
Right.
For some people.
Yeah. So the question is that it's still a personal choice when it involves the life of somebody else?
Yeah, and that's where I think you would have an argument with a lot of people who would say that doesn't bother them.
Yes, I had one person argue that about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
To that we would say, what if this was a video showing dogs?
Yeah, it's a hypocritical thing.
Yeah.
It very much is so. Yeah. And
because a lot of people would say, no, you can't do this to dogs, right? They're our family.
Well, and you find that with a lot of people here who probably are experienced travelers. They will have gone to countries where they will have seen animals and things like that they wouldn't have seen in their home countries, and that's hard for them to
Exactly.
get used to.
Exactly. So we have to ask ourselves, why do we draw this arbitrary line, especially as Westerners?
Yeah.
Dogs are family, pigs are bacon.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
Yeah. What would stop you from taking the next step and trying a plant-based diet?
I don't know. I would have. You've caught me at a time when I have considered it.
Have I?
Yeah.
That's good timing.
Not necessarily 100% vegan, but I would consider vegetarian.
Yeah.
I have considered it in the past.
Okay.
And for the reasons that you mentioned, the moral part of it bothers me a little bit, not to the point that it probably bothers you and the fine folks who are here.
Sure.
Also for health reasons, I think it would be good to make that choice.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's just been such a big part of our lives in our family for such a long time. Our whole family, extended family, are all meetings, all the rest of it. So it's just one of those things that I think is just part of routine, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't made the effort, but I'm on the fence a little bit.
Okay, well that's good, and I've got good news for you.
Right.
It only takes 21 days to change a habit. Did you know that?
I did know that.
And you did know that. Well, I'm going to pull out a card for you that may change your life.
All right.
Let me flip it up the right way.
Okay.
This here is vegan22.com.
Okay.
It's a free online program. It's a mentoring program for someone to try a vegan diet for 22 days.
Oh, cool.
So if it takes 21 days to change a habit, by day 22 you're kind of like over that hump.
I hear you.
Right?
Fair enough.
You get a mentor, a nutritionist, all questions answered, recipes supplied, anything that you need, fully supported, and it's free.
Sure.
So you've got nothing to lose really.
Okay.
And on this side of the card we have more resources for you to educate yourself a little bit more about. In particular, I'll bring your attention to What the Health on Netflix.
Okay.
So if you're interested in the health aspect, that's the one for you. Environmental, Cowspiracy, made by the same people.
That's the other argument you can win me over on, is the environment.
On the environment, well,
that's a big argument. Yeah.
This, what we do to animals, animal agriculture is the leading cause of environmental destruction.
Yeah. I appreciate
So
that.
you can take that
you
and
very
do
much.
some more research.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being open to the conversation, and
worries.
please rest assured that, again, I ate animals for 30 years of my life, every single day. So I feel like doing a Rocky. If I can change, you can change. We can all change.
Fair enough. Well, it was nice chatting with you.
Lovely
Thank
chatting
you
with
very
you
much for
too.
the
Thank
time.
you.
All right,
See
take
you
care.
later. Bye
Thanks.
bye.